It's been share more.
Um, this whole month has been like me exploring what I want to do with this next,
Yeah.
like this sort of like redo button. And
Mhm.
I've known that the business is not fulfilling anymore, or I don't know, the work that I do. And as soon as I sort of really like was started breathing into that, like I was with Kate
Hmm.
a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was just last week. The days have really blended. So I'm like, when was that? I don't know. Oh, I drove her. She had root canal, so I gave her a ride home.
No fun.
No, but I was saying to her, like, I think I really just want to walk. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can figure something else out. And so I texted my partner,
Yeah.
said, I think we need to have a different conversation.
Ooh.
And she was like, I knew you were going to do, like, she was like, I'm not surprised. And then the next day, an old friend of mine who's a family law attorney, but she only does one thing over and over again. She's become like the expert in this one very, very niche area of divorce law. It's completely transactional. There's no court. She just drafts this one kind of document for people who need it's not even worth explaining. But
No.
every few years she'll come to me and be like, you should come work with me. Like you should. And I've never entertained it because I'm like, well, what would I do with Nancy, my partner? And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't want Nancy. You should just come. And she called the day, like, as soon as I opened that door,
Of
of,
course.
you know, she called and was like, listen, I have more business than I know what to do with, and I want to expand to do estate planning, but I don't know how to. And I just think you should come and do the estate planning for me. So, because I do estate planning, that
Yeah.
I could get away from divorce, and it's a structure already built in with a good reputation.
Yeah.
So then I don't have to run a business. I can just do the work, but I also won't have a boss. It'll just be me
Yeah.
doing the work and getting paid, sort of almost like a 1099. And I'm very, very excited about this. Like, it just feels like, okay, I like can breathe imagining that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I've been feeling good about that. Now, I do have to like now do some work on
Hmm.
having those discussions in more depth with Nancy, but I can handle that. Yeah.
Yeah. I got the sense of a deep exhale with this clarity that's here of like I
Huge.
can breathe. Like now
Yeah.
the weight of the divorce is over and more clarity with the business.
Yeah.
And look at how you just with ease opened up the door through just being honest with Nancy.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Yeah. And that felt it's weird too though, like even that shift has made me feel much more at ease in my divorce. Like
Ah,
I don't have a lot of feelings about Kevin right now. Like I don't feel angry or not angry. Like I even had a
wow.
call with my financial planner yesterday because I have to finish paying Kevin out of his interest in our house. And before I made this decision, first of all, a few things. One, I gave myself 3 months to pay him. And he, of course, didn't read the agreement deeply. So he was like, why haven't you paid me? And I'm like, and he was being such an awful person about it that I was like, I called my planner back then and said, this is the like exact date of 3 months. And I
Yeah.
don't want to like, I want you to just schedule the payment for then
Yeah.
so that he has to wait the full 3 months because he will go broke and let him
Yeah.
squirm.
Let them sit and
And and now I'm like, I don't care. Like pay him now, I don't care. Pay him tomorrow, I don't care. And my planner's like, well, let's just stick with the plan. But like, yeah,
perfect.
yeah, because I just don't care. Like I'm releasing all of it. Like, look,
Yeah.
there's something could come up again, maybe. I don't know. But right now, I'm It's just Jude. It doesn't matter. Right now I feel at peace. Like I just don't feel as like
Mm,
um I just don't feel as disrupted.
yeah.
I feel much more calm.
So it does this resonate? It seems as if that power that you kept giving to Kevin, you've now called it back in.
Yeah, I do think that's a nice way of explaining it. Like I was in sort of like an endless cycle of, like chasing my tail with why are you letting him have this much power? So I'm like beating
Yeah.
myself up while he's also beating me up.
Right.
So I don't know what it was. I mean, I can't ignore this correlation of this making a decision about my professional life and giving myself permission to not carry the same sort of patterns that I had in my marriage exist in my marriage and my business, of I
Yeah.
have to do everything. I'm the only one keeping this thing afloat. All
Yeah.
these people's jobs depend on just me. Like that's not a good feeling. And they're
No.
all grown-ups and they can all get new jobs. And I don't I don't like the work. Like I'm
Yeah.
good at it. I did it. I can gold star myself. I did it for a long, long time. And now I just want to just sort of get paid and not and I don't need a lot, just enough to get by.
Yeah.
And like I don't have to be in an office every day. I can come and go. Like it'll
Wow.
just be good. Yeah.
It's like the shackles that you put on yourself at 27 are releasing.
Yes.
27's like, let's go. We're going to do this new way with your now adult presence of like, yeah, we're not going to do the beat up thing. We're not going to do like that just doesn't support me.
It doesn't. Yeah, and it's not even it's like I know she served a purpose, that voice,
Oh yeah.
right? But like she can rest. Like we'll still give her some work. Like she can be
Of course.
vigilant. She can be vigilant here and there, but like now's the time to sort of give my body and my brain some peace. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when she shows up, it's just her calling back in for some more love. Like
Yes.
when that happens, it's just like, oh, you're here again.
You're
Oh,
still you're
oh,
still needed. Yes, you're still needed. It's okay.
yeah, I'll keep us safe. Don't worry, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm I you taking this time to breathe has opened up the space for what you want.
Yeah.
Because I remember like when we first started to work together, you're like, well, I don't want to focus on the divorce stuff. I want to focus on where I'm going. But
Mhm.
it's like the divorce stuff was so alive, it was so hard for you to see
I
where,
couldn't. Yeah.
and you had bits of clarity, like you knew, and you've kept honing in on that, which has helped you to see now, oh, wait, I just want something with even more ease. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yes, I like the idea of like first of all, I've spent so much time exploring what the lessons in this marriage have been and sometimes you're given
Mhm.
people to really push your darkest corners and
Yeah,
I have such an issue with needing to be loved and liked and approved. So to have the like most important person in my life who the only person whose like opinion I still cared about deeply or like who
yeah,
like validly I needed approval from be
right.
so, dismissive and so just to discard me. So, I mean, look, I know I left the marriage, but the cruelty has been like, okay, so I have to sit and explore that. And
Hmm.
the the truth is like divorce law, you're dealing with people whose emotions are so intense and there's so many variables and I don't need to keep putting myself in a position of like did I save you? Am I your savior? You know what I mean? Like nobody gets to leave divorce really feeling saved. Like you don't. You have to find that in yourself. You have to see
Right.
yourself and your
Yeah.
lawyer has to just be the person who like navigates you for the paperwork. So like
Yeah.
I don't want to keep I just don't want to keep reliving that environment. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you, rather than looking outside of yourself like you did through your marriage, even through your work, you have, what I'm hearing is you accepted the invitation to love yourself, to like yourself, to approve of yourself, and to honor everything that you bring to the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, the so many of the life cliches have been like, oh, I'm finally getting it. Like from this past year of like somatic exploration of like, where do I feel that in my body?
Mm.
Never resonated until this year. And like the power of like, okay, stop. What are you feeling? Where is it? Let's
Yeah.
explore that. And so similarly, like the cliche of self-love and how important it is, it's so hard. And I'm not done. Like I'll have to keep working on it forever, but that's what relationships are. So,
Yep. Including the one with ourselves.
yeah.
Good.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, because you said, what were the lessons in your marriage? What were the invitations that you received through your marriage for you?
I mean, sadly, I keep thinking about like so much was lost of my self identity. Like I didn't know myself. I had to lose myself. And it started very quick. I wasn't lost. I mean, I know that who I was is what attracted Kevin to me. I think he was attracted to me. I was different than the women he was used to dating, and I had a strong sense of self. But becoming a mom, like I felt it immediately, like who am I? And I lost who I was. And
Mm.
I was becoming a mom at the same time as I was becoming a lawyer. So I was in this zone of like, okay, well, I guess now I am a mom and a lawyer.
Mhm.
Um, so the and then just the dynamic of the marriage was like so much of what I would tell myself is marriage is really hard and you have to compromise. And
Mm,
it doesn't matter if he ever compromises as long as you keep your eye on like what are the goals. But like that wasn't accurate. So I really
mm,
I think leaving it has allowed me to it's interesting. Um I had an old friend reach out just a few days ago. I've had no contact with since my 20s. He and I both worked in theater together. He was a set designer and I worked for a theater company before law school. And then like I think he went to West Coast to study architecture. I went to law school. I have like I don't really talk to any of the people from back then.
yeah.
And so he caught me up and then he was like, "What's going on with you?" And I didn't immediate or maybe I did. No, I didn't immediately say that I was divorced. I just said, I'm practicing law and I'm involved in politics and I have two kids. And he was like, cool, cool. Who are you though, besides your job and your interest in politics? And I was like, right on, Ben, like great
Oh, yeah.
question. And it wasn't an easy thing to write. It was a challenging thing to write because so much of it is, well, I'm a mom. No, what else? Like, don't talk about your two great kids. What else? What else is there? So I was like, wow, that's a great question. And I did it. I like wrote down some of the things about myself that I like right now. But
Yeah.
they all feel like little tiny buds on a tree, like they haven't rebloomed. So
Mm,
it's cool. It's nice to be able to start um feeding that stuff instead of these like titles.
yeah. The identities that can be taken away from you,
Yeah. Yes.
given up, or whatever, whatever this.
No, taken or like not even, they're not, they're hats. They're like costumes that you put on or take off. They're not like,
Right.
what are my, like, what are my like, who am I intrinsically? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the fact that you're doing this work, Taryn, even before the kids leave, like, is pivotal because so many women wait until after the
I
kids
know.
leave and then they're completely lost. You allowed yourself to get lost in the process of marriage, in the process of becoming a mother, in the process of becoming a lawyer, to find yourself again.
Yes, completely. Yeah.
This is huge. So I was wondering if it would feel supportive to start with the Muse method and then see what is alive for us to explore together in the
Oh,
time. So yeah,
yeah.
you could set the phone down, let it do what it's going to do, or close
Awesome.
your eyes, bring your hands to make contact with what might be most alive in your body, wherever that might be, what needs support, you know the way. And as you're breathing in, just calling in all your power from time and places from before you, from what happened in the past, calling in all the support of the ancestors and the spirit guides and the mermaids, all the support that's around you as you connect into who you are, to your unique self expression, and expand as far as feels safe in your body, outside of your body, throughout the house, beyond the house, even if you wish. And let's just be here for the next minute and just notice what might bubble up from your body. And allow in 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can make your way back and just check in with how was that minute of connecting.
It was great. I had an immediate sensation of almost like a force or a wind at my back, which was like very
Ooh,
cool. I felt like the ancestors were really behind me, pushing me forward. Yeah.
that's beautiful. Thank you, ancestors. So what would feel most supportive to explore in this time we have together today?
I don't know, but I think the one, I'm closing in on the end of the month, so it's not so much um I think the balance, the teeter totter right now is, am I, I'm expected to go back to my office, like, and
Mm.
I kind of don't know, like, there's part of me is like, I'm just gonna not go. Like, I'm just gonna be like, I'm done. And you can like give my business to Nancy, my partner, and be like, do what you want to do. You can sell, like, we could sell it to somebody, we could sell our book, you could wind it down, whatever. Or do I go in, finish out like a few of my pending cases, what, and do it more like deliberately and slowly? And I can't tell what the right move is. So
Mm. Okay. So what with that as you're teeter-tottering back and forth of just leaving and not going back and potentially going back and ending slowly, is there something around that that feels most alive with either of those options with even something else altogether?
I think, I mean, look, I think it starts with, I have to have a conversation again with my part with Nancy,
Yeah.
and the conversation has to um be definitive because she likes to kind of be like, yeah, okay, and not like cap anything. So I have options. One option is I she leaves. I take Sage. I don't really want that anymore though. I feel like Sage is the business.
Yeah.
Um it has it kind of just feels like I'd rather us close Sage or let her close it. And there are outstanding receivables. She can keep them. Like, I don't need the money from the business. I will start my own LLC. Any clients that want to finish their, like, there's a handful of people I would imagine would want me to finish their case. Okay. And I could finish them under a different, just as a solo practitioner. And then go to work with Anne doing this estate planning stuff.
Yeah.
So I think the anxiety comes with Nancy. The dynamic between Nancy and I is that I started as her employee and
Mm,
she was my mentor.
right.
And so there's always this like a insecurity
Mm,
around her for me, where I don't feel like confident in my choices or my ability to like get what I need. I also feel very much like she's taken advantage of me. So I, and she's sneaky in how she does it. So it's like almost a sense, like I don't have bad feelings about her, but
right.
she does have a way of like her passivity means she gets to sort of take advantage of my goodwill. So, um, you know, by not, she hasn't worked, but she's still a 50-50 partner like that, like, yeah,
And and then you're considering walking away and letting her take the receivables that you've
that
worked.
I earned. But on the flip end of that is it takes work to, like, some of these are old and some of them are people who have no money. So it takes work to get
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
But she could do that, or she could farm it out. She can hire a lawyer who just goes and processes those. But the other thing is she has not paid herself from the business for 2 years. So she's entitled to the same amount. Like, we
Okay.
have a balance sheet. But so I'm like, so go, like, take what you are entitled to through,
Yeah.
and I won't. So
Okay.
yeah.
How would it feel to play with the teeter-tottering feeling that you're experiencing?
Yeah. I would explore that. Yeah.
Okay, so what would be the best position for you to play with teeter-tottering of what that feels like in your body? Would that be standing? Would that be staying where you are? Like how, I don't know the right way you
I
do.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so give me a word picture. If you were to describe teeter-tottering, what do you see?
I kind of just feel like, my head going back and forth. Yeah, like, yeah.
How would it be then to stand up and play with your head going back and forth?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can do that.
you're doing it, but it feels like we need bigger movement.
Yeah.
Do whatever you do. So play with it. So like just close your eyes to drop into your body and feel your feet first on the earth. And now as you're feeling your feet, just start to feel that teeter-tottering back and forth between these options that you're holding right now. You can bring your hands into the equation or not. Your head can just move like you're teeter-tottering back and forth. And now just notice what's happening inside of you as you're teeter-tottering.
I mean, the funny thing is what I'm feeling is, and it's a feeling I didn't have before, is I just don't care. Like,
Hey,
I don't actually feel that imbalanced with any of this. I just sort of feel like what will be, and maybe all of this, like,
mm,
planning or needing to pre-decide is part of something also that I'm shedding.
ah,
Like, like, what
yeah,
will be. Like, I
yeah,
already know the decision. I'm going. So, like, the
right,
logistics of how that plays out doesn't feel as like, oh my gosh, which is the right decision? It
yeah,
actually almost feels like that's part of the old Taryn of like seeking out some kind of chaos or,
mm,
oh, like a hard decision or stressor in order to be motivated, because that's so part of me. Like,
yeah,
I needed a problem to solve in the past in order to make myself move
Yeah,
or act.
yeah.
And maybe this isn't really a problem, it just is. It's just,
This is.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then what is the opposite of that movement that you were just doing, that teeter-tottering back and forth? What would be
Honestly, it's like forward. It's really just moving forward. Again, I think it comes down to stepping into forward movement. Does that make sense? That's how it just keeps feeling like,
it doesn't need to make sense. It lands
yeah,
for you of you stepping forward.
yeah,
And from what I'm hearing in what you just shared is you are taking it one step at a time. It's not a problem to be solved. It's like, okay, I know the next step is I need to talk to Nancy
yeah,
and say this is what is.
yeah, yeah,
And then the next step will appear.
yeah,
Rather than trying to figure out the very linear plan of all the things that could then not even happen, just take the next step.
yep,
Wow.
yeah.
And if you could if that's taking a step forward had a message for you, what might it want you to know?
I think it's just, oh my God, it's Nancy. That's so crazy.
No, it's not.
That, of course it's not. Of course it's not. I
Yeah.
mean, of
Especially
course it is
if
not.
I
Yeah.
ask that question.
I mean, I think the what the message is that there's only, I think it just feels like this is just like, I don't know if I have the words. Like I can picture it. It's like basically like this shedded skin, this old part, the old thing that I've been doing for so long is really behind now. So it's like I don't have to worry about those old feelings. Like it's not even like, oh, you have to do the work to control the old feelings or put them aside. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. It doesn't have to be words per se. It can be an image, just like you
Yeah.
described, of like
Yeah.
shedding this old skin and it's behind you. And it's this sense of as you shed that old skin, you're more even in your power. Like,
Yeah.
because what I also sensed in you versus what you described with the anxiety with Nancy is a confidence in this new way, a sense
Yep.
of security,
Yes.
even though it's
Yeah.
mapped out.
Well, yeah, I mean, because like I keep in the past I'd have to like bulk myself up, and be like, well, what's the worst thing that can happen? And now I don't even have that feeling. I'm like, what,
Yeah.
like I have to go. I just have to go. Like it's- yeah,
And to be real, you've been kind of telling her this. Like maybe
for a
not this
while.
directly, but essentially you've been saying this.
Well, I said it and I we talked about this like after I had the conversation with her, which was highly like motivated from working with you. Where I said like this is what I need.
Right.
And I had said then I'm a solo practitioner, at this point. Like I don't really know why I have a full staff. I don't want to be hustling to
No.
pay out a full staff when you don't there's only one person bringing in work right now, so it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me and it has to shift. And some of that discussion was really good and she like validated and agreed and heard, and other parts were her saying things like, well, there's really a value in Allison, one of our staff members. I found that I really needed that help, and I'm like, great, I don't want to pay someone $75,000 to not be in my office, to be a source of stress. And,
No.
yeah,
So how does that feel to not have to bulk up?
it feels very liberating, very, very liberating.
Yeah. Huh. So now there's this sense of liberation versus before when we were even just beginning this part, you said it was teeter-tottering. Now there's a stepping forward and being liberated.
Yeah, I think the teeter tottering is more like still the same. message, like old messaging, like, oh, I guess I should probably like know or have a plan to like, I think really the plan is just keep it simple, stupid. Like it's
Yeah.
just I don't want to do it anymore. I think it's run its course for me. It doesn't feed me mentally, emotionally, or financially, frankly. Like I'm not, it's not like this is
Right.
bringing in a ton of money for me anymore. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
yeah.
So where shall we go now that you kind of have
I
resolution?
don't know. I kind of feel good right now. I don't know if I need much more digging. I don't know, Jenny. Where should we go?
Don't have to dig.
Yeah.
I guess what can we, because 2025 was a really huge year for you
Yeah.
of you liberating yourself and releasing some of those shackles that you had inherited and chosen to put on, both of you.
Yes. 100%.
What are some of the things that we could celebrate and acknowledge from 2025, even the shitty shit?
Well, I think 2025 was awful, like really, really the worst. And it was also like even I think I just kept taking steps of putting like hearing what do I need and not
Yeah,
fucking around much otherwise. Like what do I need right now?
yeah,
You know, and now knowing that I have that muscle flexed, it's like, oh, I can keep doing that. I mean, in little ways and big ways, like tiny ways. Like, I've been
yeah.
doing this legal seminar with a woman who wants her name is Anne, the new potential partnership. And she had signed up for like a 3 day estate planning boot camp because she knows nothing about estate planning. And she invited me to join her. So the first day I was in her office with her and it was fine. It was fun. But it's a lot of review for me. I know this stuff, but it's good. It's good to review. But yesterday I woke up and was like, do I want to sit in her office? No, I could do this from home. It's all on Zoom.
Yeah,
And I just, instead of being like, hey, do you mind or would it be? I just was like, I don't want to do this in your office today, period. Like, it's just little things like that that I'm like, what? It doesn't require a lot of thought. Just keep practicing. Like, what do you
yeah,
want to do? You know?
yeah. And voice it without justifying it or getting a permission. You're giving
Right.
yourself permission.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like it was a lot of stuff last year. So what were some of the struggles from last year? Because I want to go somewhere with that. What were your biggest
Yeah.
struggles in
I
2025?
mean, look, the biggest struggle was obviously letting go of um, the marriage, a relationship that didn't support or feed me,
Mm-hmm.
and then additionally letting go of um, the the need to be right or
Mm,
to prove to him, try to get him to, because if like what I really never fully processed in the marriage was that it did not matter how I phrased it, what I did, what I didn't do.
right,
He created his own versions of everything to reinforce his own choices. And
right.
he, will do that for the rest of his life, probably. So,
Yeah.
knowing, like, being able to understand that was huge. I mean, the thing that I continue to work on is this other piece of me, which is like being hyper aware that am I need to continue being learning how to exist and be of worth without
Mm,
seeing it through the gaze or the like reflection of a man.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a full sentence of I'm not done with that process yet. Like I'm definitely getting there more rapidly than I anticipated. Like
Yeah.
even with like having lovers and having people that do reflect, the old things that I used to seek and feeling like I need more or it's not satisfying or it is or can I, whatever. I'm like, even
Mhm.
that has sort of started to run its course where I'm like,
Mm.
Um, Meh, like, all right, that's cool. Or I could take it or leave it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing that you recognize it doesn't actually touch you deeply, like the outside voices,
Right.
even with like Kevin. So are you willing to look for where you do see your worth?
Yes.
And
That is going to be an interesting challenge, actually.
cool.
Actually, that's a great place to be working because I still am like, well, what is my worth if it's not in relation to making someone else happy
Ah,
or helping
right. Like who are you outside of making someone else happy and or helping?
of being like of
Yeah.
youth and having that reflected back. So like literally like what is my worth? I don't know because all of the areas of my life have been those kind of areas, whether it's
Yeah.
politics where my specific focus is like my platforms tend to be social activism and community driven community support.
Right.
Have I helped a marginalized community today? And then my children who
Yeah.
rarely reflect back, but that like when they don't, that's usually the sign that you're doing it right because that means they feel safe and secure and cared
Right.
for.
Yeah.
um, and then my ex, who there was never enough, he would suck me dry if he could. And now, like anyone else, like even I had this kind of hiccup over the weekend with my younger lover, who's not, who lives in Detroit,
Right.
where he had a really bad weekend. And I would have seen him had we gotten to Michigan. Since I was going that way, we would have visited. And then
Right.
we didn't. And there was a funny, like sadness. And I was disappointed and also fine, but he was
Yeah.
really bummed out and bummed out generally just with his life.
Yeah.
And then I got lost patience sort of and was kind of like pulling back my energy from him because I was like, I don't have space for this kind of energy right now. But
No.
but then I also had to like explore. I was being very centered, like I still wanted him to reflect to me that what
Mm,
I was offering to make him feel better was appreciated. And he was sort of like, I'm just in a bad place and I just want to be in the dark and sulk.
okay.
And then I was like, well, fine then. Like, and so it was like a little bit of childhood, like brattiness that I was experiencing, where I was like, the full scope is he gets to do his thing. He
Absolutely.
can do that. It doesn't mean, oh, this is bad. All it means is like, I can't help. And my worth to him isn't wrapped up in can I help right now? I can't help. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so you even got to be with that.
Yeah.
So would you, because you said you're willing to look for where your worth is or where you have a
Yeah.
worth, would you be willing to also ask every day, show me what is my worth? Show me
Yeah.
my worth exists.
Yeah.
Where have you found it in the past? Where did worth exist for you in the past? I know you've named by making others happy or helping others, which is outside of you. And that's okay. That's
I
beautiful.
mean, honestly, like it like people certainly come to me or like I guess again my like sense of worth is again when someone acknowledges that that
Uh,
they see value in me.
yeah.
I actually can't process the concept of having worth if it's not reflected by someone else.
Awesome.
I can't that does not exist in my
Right.
sphere right now. So,
This is amazing
yeah.
because you had your like temper tantrum toddler self come out this weekend because she didn't get the acknowledgement she wanted
Yes.
outside of you, and you
Yeah.
never got it in your marriage or very rarely, and if you did,
No. I
very
don't think I
quickly.
really did.
Right. So would you be willing to acknowledge yourself when you feel that sense of worth?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope I feel it. I hope I can tap into feeling it. Yeah.
Well, like today. I just want to go to something you named today, like you and Lulu were painting. Like,
Yeah, that
was
was nice. That
was there
felt
a
good.
sense of worth there of like I'm worthy of painting just because I fucking want to paint. I don't have to have a reason or justify the shit. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
So it's in those, like you named earlier, it's a simple thing. That's actually where we're gonna start, in the really simple things of like you giving yourself permission to go. I don't know if it's right now. Go for a walk or take a bath or whatever
Mhm.
it is of like I am worth. Look at my worth, because I am giving myself permission to do these things that make me feel whole, that make me feel worthy.
Yeah.
And where do you see like others that you maybe you look up to that feel like they look like they have a high sense of worth?
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, my sister, although
Okay.
sometimes I feel like, and she's my younger sister,
Yeah.
she's definitely gone through ups and downs and is experiencing right now some very like, she's vocalized to me like a sense of like very deep contentment, like finally arriving in a
Okay.
place where it's just, she likes her shit, she feels like she's got it on lock right now, which is great. Hmm. I think that's a good question too. I mean, certainly, like I have people I love, but I feel like my network of support right now, um, well, that's actually another way of exploring, which is I think I was raised by such a critical parent who also had very little self-worth, like continues to
Right.
fool herself that she likes herself. I don't think she does.
Yeah.
So I think I think the people who I give give the most time to, who I value and feel the most fulfilled around, are people who have a lot of self-love, but who also acknowledge and process through like the messiness. Like I
Yeah.
can't love myself through, like I don't know everything. And actually that's a lot different than my sister. My sister is sort of like, I'm great. Like she
Yeah.
sometimes, and she is, but also like I don't know that she acknowledges
Yeah.
her own messiness. So like being
Mm,
in these communities like your circle, being at Kate's house, like being around people who are continually doing self-discovery and work.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
So maybe it's even that, the self-discovery piece, when you noticing you're loving yourself well, because it's
Yeah.
eating the worthiness
Yeah.
and acknowledging it out loud. And you can even acknowledge it when you see the lack of it in others. So you're, oh,
Yeah.
that's not it. Like,
Yeah.
I love you, and that's not it. Like, you don't have to say it to them. It's to you of like, okay, you're showing me what I don't want.
What
Cool.
I can't, yeah, I can't do anymore. Yes. Yeah.
That you can amplify what you do want. And also by acknowledging what you don't want, it's saying, yeah, that's not it. So you can keep moving more towards what you do want. That
Yeah.
love, that self-discovery,
Yeah.
without external things of acknowledging you or maybe making people happy, but that's not in your control.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Wow. So I'm going to come back to this because we were working with some of those struggles, and that was part of it, was the self-worth was something that came through also through this divorce process, is what I was
Yeah.
hearing. So what, or how was the struggles from last year, how were those used to fertilize your growth? And
Well,
what,
I
yeah,
I could not have grown. I was like in too small of a box. Like
no,
there
yeah,
was no way out of that tiny little container. And
right,
I didn't fully know that. Like even like I just think about what I see when I look at myself. I
yeah,
can't tap into the like disgust that I had a year ago, which was just like so much shame and so much disappointment and like even just like I was eating all the time and then gaining weight all the time because I was eating was like the only source of like comfort, or like I was feeding something, like I was
Yeah.
always hungry. And I don't feel that. Like, I don't feel that hunger anymore. I also just like myself right now. So,
Yeah.
um, that has definitely, like, it's a step. It's a huge new level of accessing self-love for sure. But
Yeah.
I think when you live with a narcissist, he took up so much fucking space in this house that no, there was so much chaos and distraction. There's no time to reinvest in anything else. Like metaphorically and literally
Right.
sucking everything away, you know? So
Right.
so the
But
change is like drastic.
oh, you're frozen. Are you there, Taryn? Hmm, maybe I'm frozen. Oh, there you are. You're back.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was me or you.
I know that's what I was thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, is it me? Is it you? So the change is drastic. And I heard you say like you were feeding yourself with food, but it wasn't actually nourishing your soul.
No, yeah.
How you love yourself and you're learning to love yourself. I think, like you said, it's a lifelong journey and you like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So what I also heard you saying is you allowed the shackles of the inherited shame and disgust from your mom, I'm going to say, from your
Yeah.
parents, to allow you to break free into a more expansive space where you're not feeding a narcissist or feeding yourself food that doesn't actually nourish you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that's really huge.
Yeah.
And it was in all of those small micro shifts of you saying, no, I'm not going to allow that anymore. No, I need to be wild and free. And I cannot do this in a space where I can't breathe,
Yeah.
where I have so much focus on fixing all the fucking problems because there's so much chaos that I can't even see who I am.
Yeah. For sure.
And now you're seeing yourself and you're surrounding yourself. Like, I want to acknowledge this too. You are surrounding yourself with others that are on that journey of self discovery, self love,
Mhm.
of being worthy just for being,
Yep.
being alive and being here. That's it.
That's all.
You don't have to do any fucking thing. And that can be disruptive to the old system, to him, which we already know it is, but also to your mom, because as you show up brighter, just your being can disrupt things. And you don't actually have to say anything. It's just getting alongside her and saying, I love you, mom, and I gotta keep on going. I gotta keep
100%.
on.
I mean, that's it. That's
Yeah.
that's everything. Yeah.
So what we you have a little more clarity now, not a little, you have a lot more clarity around what you're moving towards. What else do you want to build this year? In yourself, in your being, in the world? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think really like the building now is like I have developed a new like social and like friendship support system. I have my family. I have I think, just I think it just will be this year is like starting as a year of now professional like redirection with this new focus, this new like
Yeah.
brand new like shiny new skin because even when I was becoming a lawyer, I probably went to law school for the wrong reasons. It doesn't matter now, but like I had so many other things going on. I was already a mom and I was in this marriage that was already burgeoning as, oh, I'm going to be doing everything. I didn't know right away, but it was
Yeah.
there. Um, and now I get to sort of and I think part of that also is there's been this sort of invisible barrier that I think, people people who are tapped into themselves understand like the power of self-thought that I
Yeah.
really never believed I could make. And it was in the like confines of like dollar symbols, but I didn't see myself being able to actually make more than X amount of money. And I don't want it to be about the dollar figure. I'd rather it just be about like a sustainable cash
Yeah.
flow that I can rely on. And I feel like this like, energy shift has a lot of potential. So working on keeping that energy going forward so that I can make exactly what I want out of my professional life instead of like, oh, I guess I inherited this system and I guess this
Yeah.
is how I have to do it. And I have to always feel sort of like it's a mess. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So that chaos and everybody else's ways are shedded, and you have the shiny new skin that I'm also hearing is part of what you're going to continue to just be with, like to
Yeah.
continue to honor it, to continue to acknowledge it, to continue to love it and allow it to shine even brighter.
Yeah.
Like,
And
yeah, go ahead.
no, that's it. That's, I think, just to like keep caring for it. Yeah.
And not putting the weight of my worth is dependent upon making others happy or helping others.
Hmm.
Like that can be when you acknowledge yourself, when you see you're helping people with your political action, and that, yes, and I really want you to keep looking at all the other small ways where you feel a sense of worth, a sense of self-love.
Yeah.
Amplify those spaces even more, because you're learning to acknowledge yourself rather than seek the external acknowledgement that never actually fed you.
Yeah.
And your ego was like, I heard it in you. Your ego was like, no, this is the way. We have to be
Yes.
acknowledged. And you're like, I love you. No, we're doing it differently. It's not about,
Totally.
oh, sit in your shit. I'm going to go here, stepping forward.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that won't show up. What you're doing now versus even when I heard you doing it last year was like, I want to do this right. I want to be, do it. You're like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be messy. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm learning to walk. I'm gonna fall down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like go back to when you were raising your kids. What was that like? Go back to look at Lulu. She's a teenager. I mean Jude too. Look at how awkward they could be at times. Embrace it. They're showing you the way. Because
Yeah.
as a teenager, you couldn't embrace it because you're trying to fit in and belong.
Yes.
Then
Totally.
what you're creating now is a house of belonging. So they
Yeah.
belong to yourself first and foremost.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
So like gather that wisdom and be like, yeah, that's not it. Like I'm not going to belong to everybody else but myself. I'm going to
Right.
belong to me, and just use that because that's part of us navigating change so that we can move into the awkwardness of it. We can learn how to walk again because you are moving into this new professional like realm, and it's not new. It's in a way that's supporting you. Like you already know what you're doing in that realm, and it removes the chaos,
Yeah.
removes the things that were somebody else's system. It
Yeah.
allows you to be you. And another piece I wanted to celebrate was you sit down like the other partner in your firm. I can't remember. You set down that responsibility of like, but what about her? I also heard you say that too. You didn't say it, but it was beneath what you said.
Yeah.
She'll figure it out.
Everyone will figure it out.
And if you're meant to stay connected, you'll stay connected
Right. Exactly.
because she's going to be like, fuck yeah, Taryn. Like, because everything I've heard from what you shared about her is she's supporting you to take the next step.
Yeah.
Whether it's with her or not, that doesn't matter. She's being loving because she loves you enough to say, I'm willing to let you go if that's what you need.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear you calling in for your support system
Yeah.
is loving you regardless of what you choose because you matter just as you are.
Thank you.
I have chills as I was saying all of that. So I wanted to like circle back to one thing we had that came through at the end of our session last time. How's it been going? Because it was like the picking at the imperfection. How is that
Mm.
going?
Just not feeling that energy right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check back. It's
Yeah.
all it all belongs. So
Yeah, totally. But yeah,
yeah.
it's been
So kind of just shining a light on it, it kind of shifted things.
yes, big time. Yeah.
See, it can be that easy. I don't think change has to be hard. We are the ones that make it hard by attaching to it.
Completely preconceived notions that everything has to be a battle, you know?
And that was the way you chose before because you were trying to do it everybody else's way. And now you're finding your way to do this.
Exactly.
Let the
Yeah.
fun begin.
Amen.
So what are some of the awarenesses that you're taking with you in our time from our time today?
That I don't have, I think the moving forward is like the biggest energy, starting with it's immediately with the muse method of that
Yeah.
wind at behind me, the energy force behind me. So um it doesn't have to have a plan, it just has to be my authentic choices of
Mhm.
stepping forward.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I had this come through when you were saying that about the wind at your back. So I look at relationships as ships for transformation, right?
Mhm.
You are the ship. And now you have this force that's always been there, but now
Yeah.
you're in relationship with it. That's going to continue to move you towards more ease, more love, more support, more of everything, more confidence, more of just owning who you are.
Yeah.
It's all here for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
It's,
feel
huh?
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beautiful thing about this is when you start to create it in yourself, you don't have to try. Like there's no trying, it just is. Just like the situation with your business. It just is. I don't have to fix it. It's going to resolve itself.
Yep.
And when we can get alongside of that in the universe, it's like, oh, cool. Now I can step in and do all the work that you tried to do all those years that made it so fucking hard.
Yeah. Completely. Yeah.
Awesome. Is there anything that might feel good to end our time well together today?
No, I feel really great connecting with you as always. So thank you for your time, Jenny.
You are so welcome. It was my honor. And it's beautiful to witness you. This time and space that you've gifted yourself has allowed you to gain clarity and the skins that still had to go so you could step forward for yourself, not for
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. Cool.
I love.
I'm going to just stop the recording, see if there's anything else.